Hey, what is up, y'all? Christian Quincosa here, owner, founder of highticketacquisitions.com. And today we are continuing the max return on ad spend little video series that I started a while back. Today, I think, let me tell you where it started, right? So we did messaging, how important your messaging is for high return on ad spend, and then how important your offer is for high return on ad spend. So today, what we're going to be talking about is automated follow-up. This is the follow-up that we use. This is the follow-up that we've used to turn $4,000 into what was it, $25,000 in the last 14 days as of today, whatever day it is. So that's our campaign in the last 14 days. So I'm going to show you that. That's what we're going to do on today's video: automated follow-up using email and text message. And then the video after this would be our sales process. So what allows us to close all these deals? How do we close them? Do we follow up? Do we not follow up? All that fun stuff. If you guys haven't done so yet, like the video, subscribe. I release videos pretty often, or at least I'm going to. So make sure you subscribe so you can get access to all that fun stuff. And if you don't follow me on Instagram and Twitter, follow me there. Twitter, I'm pretty active. I post a lot of cool stuff about our business, but I don't know, I like sports and stuff, so you might get a couple retweets. So without further ado, let's share my little tablet here. Perfect. So you're gonna see me looking down for the most part. Actually, I could technically look up, but the whole mic situation is a little weird. So automated follow-up via email. Let's write and text here. We do a little bit of text automation. The reason why is because we do not want to pound the phone number and get on the do not disturb list and all that fun stuff. I think it's important to do text because text will soon replace email. Very soon. I say sub 5 years. So let's give it a shot. Ready? So this is exactly what our process looks like, and the one that we pretty much apply to all our clients. So we have the opt-in, right? They come in, and the first thing that they get, this little exclamation point here, means immediately. They immediately get two forms of communication. They get an email and they get a text message. Now, this text message and this email is delivering whatever they opted in for. So something like, hey, John, here's your free whatever. Just want to make sure you got access to it. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. By the way, let me know your response to this. And this is important. If you see right here, right, prompt response. My first line of communication with them, I want them to respond to me. I want them to give me some information about them, who they are, what they do, what type of monthly revenue they're doing. In our case, if you're a fitness guy, that's going to be, you know, what your goal weight is, right? Hey, I weigh this right now and I want to be at this. So at the end of that first email, I always put something out and text message as well, saying, hey, let me know your response to this. Hey, my name is blank and I'm struggling with blank, or my goal monthly revenue is blank, or I want to lose X pounds. I want to do this. I want to get this straightened out of my life. If you're a life coach. So we always want to get a response in that first email. This email and text message, the first one specifically, should not be underrated. Asking for a response back has literally made us thousands and thousands of dollars. Thousands. I'm talking about tens of thousands of dollars, because that first response goes right into the CRM. Now we have a text and an email conversation, either or, whichever one they respond to, sometimes both. And our sales team gets to respond directly to them using the CRM, meaning we already have open lines of communication. So if they don't book a call through our funnel, right, they opted in and they didn't book a call, now we have a text conversation where we're starting to build rapport and can ultimately book a call manually via text. Hey, what time do you have available tomorrow so we could chat? So then I put here 4 to 6 hours, because in 4 to 6 hours, I always send a follow-up email, which is like, hey, can you let me know if you got it? Can you let me know if you got it? If you did get it, Let me rephrase that. So I say, hey, with all my literal words are, hey, with all the crazy email stuff going on right now, sometimes our emails get flooded. So I just want to make sure that you got access to the free whatever. If you didn't, here it is. And if you did, just reply yes. So I know that you got it. I appreciate you. Have an amazing night, day, whatever. So then once we do that, and this is kind of like, hey, we're trying to make it seem like it's real, but by that point, they already know that it's automated. But the day two, this is where the value starts coming in. And as you see, as we progress through the days, that's where we're going to go start getting into our pitch to get them to come in and book the call. So we want to front load value between days 2 and 3 to make sure that they know, and even day 4. So day 2, what I love to do is I love to call out some industry BS for us in the agency space where we help high ticket coaches, consultants, and service providers. Everybody loves to pitch like organic on Facebook. And by the way, none of this is wrong. Organic on Facebook, or they love to do cold outreach and all that stuff. The hard part about both of those things is that in order to scale, you need to do a lot more of it. One of them is brand building, being going on Facebook groups, and that's like a very taxing thing. Imagine posting, commenting, starting conversations in the DM every single day. So that's kind of tough to scale. On the other side, cold outreach, it is easier to scale because you can automate a lot of like the email sending, the email outreach. You can hire VA, the whole 9 yards. What I don't like about it is just that you can't build a brand that way, right? So you get an email shot saying, hey, this is what we do and we'd love to do it for you, and then it sparks a conversation, but there's no brand attachment. For us, we have videos through advertisements, we do all that fun stuff, so we're able to build a brand but also build a community and an audience of people that are paying attention to our content. So what I like to do is I like to call out some industry quote unquote BS. I'll put quotes here so I don't get freaking attacked by the mob, but I'll say like, hey, everybody says you're supposed to spend hours and hours on Facebook groups to get your what's it called, to scale your high ticket business, right? You see, for me, that's how I started, because that's true. It is how I started, but I cannot scale doing the same exact thing. So what I do here is, what did I do to deal with it? Like, what are the small things that I started realizing to deal with this industry BS, right? Like, hey, dude, I can't scale this. I can't like figure this out. I can't like automate it. It's like real hard, because if you give someone else your Facebook account access, now they're doing all this stuff. And then if you want to do that times 100, like you can only post in groups X amount of times, all that stuff. So I talk about that for what's it called? For like weight loss coaches, you could put something like, weight gainers, or not weight gainers, but fat loss pills, whatever it might be, or keto diet or paleo, what everybody's talking about, right? So you could use that as your industry BS, and then what you did to deal with it. I think that that's important, what you did to deal with it. But then that takes you over to day 3. You want to leave them with a bait at the end of day 2 saying, hey, I'll cover exactly how I overcame this situation in tomorrow's email. So look for it. So then in tomorrow's email, day 3, it's the best part, how you overcome it. Literally, I overcame this by doing the business that I own right now, which is by doing automated email follows, by generating leads, by running paid advertisements. So I did all that and I came up with a system. And then here's where I get to talk about it and give them insight into all the things that I do to get out of the rut that I was in, which was I was doing this thing that everybody says works, and it just wasn't working for me. I'm not saying that it doesn't work, but it wasn't working for me. So in here, I let them know how I overcame it. This is where it gets fun. So day 4, what you want to end day 3 with is, hey, here's a little known secret. Tomorrow I'm going to cover a little known secret that it applies to everything that you do in life, and it'll help you grow this specific type of business, right? For us, it's high ticket businesses. So then what you want to do is on day 4, I like to call this the 80-20 day. Shout out to Taylor Welch and Chris Evans. They're the ones that helped me come up with this this whole process here. So 80-20 rule, basically 20% of the things that you do create 80% of the outcome. So 20% of the things that you do create 80% of the outcome. Same thing. You spend what's it called? You spend 20% of your time in 80% of your house, right? Like think of it like that. So whether that's, hey, I spend what's it called? I spend 20% of my time in the fitness space. I spend 20% of my time on eating. In our case, it's like people love to spend 80% of their time, excuse me, as well. Sorry, 80% of the time on cold outreach. But what really moves the needle is the 20% that's going to help them automate everything and scale their business, right? So, what should they be spending 20% of their time on in your space that will yield 80% of the results? Meaning, out of 100, 80% of the results come from doing this 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe tasks, right? So, here's where you give them that insight. Here's where you give them that insight, and then you intro into your offer, which is in our case, like if we don't make you more money than you pay us, we'll work for free. And in some cases, we also cover your first month of ad spend to get you on board. So that's our offer. So I intro to that and I say, hey, look, this is what we do. And if you're interested and you want to book a call, we're experts in all this fun stuff. Go ahead and book a call here. And then that's where I hit the initial offer. Then I go over to day 5, and day 5, the next day is, hey, I've been getting a lot of frequently asked questions of, will this work? How much is it? Is there a guarantee? I can't even write. How much? How much guarantee? What else can we do here? How much guarantee? What if I'm starting new, right? You want to answer that question. So here's where you answer any common objections that you guys are getting on sales calls, whatever it might be. This helps us a lot. And then what we do is, if they do that, this one also gets paired with a text, right? So we let them know, hey, dude, I just sent you this email that covers all these questions that people are having about doing business with us, and I just want to send it over to you. So this is what we do for automated follow-up. On the next video, I'll be talking about sales process and how we've been able to close, this month. Sorry, brain fart. How we've been able to close like $100,000 worth of deals in using our sales process. So that's this right here, automated follow-up. Make sure you do that. And if you guys have any questions about this specific stuff, just find me on Instagram. Yeah, find me on Instagram, shoot me a message, and I'll get back to you. Trying to think if there's anything that I'm missing before I let you guys go, and I don't think so. Just make sure you subscribe, like this video if you like it, share it. If you found it helpful, share it with a friend that will also find it helpful. And if you don't follow me on Instagram or Twitter, make sure you hit the link, the description. I'll have all that fun stuff there for you. So catch you guys on the flip. That was a long outro. Have a good one, guys.